Carbonmarine Outdoors. In today's episode, my son, Joseph Welbourn, is going to demonstrate how to prepare one of his favorite dishes from his first harvested white-tailed deer.
Just came back from an awesome trip. I, with the help of Mr. Steve Fox, bagged my first deer for Youth Weekend. We've skinned it, we've gutted it, we've quartered it. Now the last part, cooking and eating it. Now my favorite way to have deer or any wild game is to fry it. So I'm taking my heart and frying it with onions, and I'm gonna make a gravy. So the first thing I did before anything is I heated up my oil in a tiny cast iron skillet because I'm only using the heart. Now, preferably I like to use peanut oil, but I'm using corn oil because I gotta work with what I have. So now from here, I'm gonna take my heart, I'm gonna cut it into medallions. Fatty, healthy medallions. Man, isn't that just the richest meat that you've ever laid your eyes on? This is organic, free range, GMO modified free. All right, we got our heart cut. Now let's cut our onion. Peel it off. You want to try and get the skin off as much as you can because it does not taste good. Once you get the onion peeled, I want to cut it into strips. I don't want to cut it into cubes because my fork can't really get a hold of it. Whoops, lost it there. Got it cut into strips, and afterwards, we season our heart with this God-sent flavoring, Everglades. So you season it. You can't be shy with it, but you can't put too much because then it's too salty. You can always add salt. Now I'm going to season my flour with salt and pepper to give an extra layer of flavoring. I'm going to sparingly sprinkle some salt on it, and I'm going to be more gracious with the pepper. I like my food peppery. When you think that you've added just enough, keep adding more. All right, now we're just gonna whisk it in. That looks good to me. So now, I'm going to toss my heart in the flour. All right, now, got all my heart pieces well coated. Now, I'm just waiting on the oil to heat up. For temperature, I don't really use a thermometer when I'm using this little oil. What I like to do instead is drop a little bit of flour in here like this. You see how it bubbles like that and gets brown right away? It's almost ready. I'm just making sure that every nook and cranny in this heart is coated in flour. You don't need to be this thorough, but being thorough never killed anybody. All right, let's check on my flour. I think that's about ready. So I'm gonna, got a little bit of oil. I'm gonna toss them in. You don't want to overcrowd the pan because then you're going to drop the temperature too much. Now I'll wait for them to cook. Here. Come. Sit. Fist pump. Oh. I think Skid wants some deer heart. This batch is ready to take out. I'm going to take these out and put in the new batch. My heart's ready to take out, so I'm gonna do that. Man, if that doesn't make your mouth water, something's wrong with you. Now, go ahead and put my onions in. Toss them in there. I'm sauteing my onions to give the gravy more flavor. Some people will cook them till they're translucent. I like my onions crunchy. So I'm just gonna take them out while they still got crunch to them. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of this flour out, this oil out, but make sure to wear an oven mitt because this handle, that will burn your hand really bad. So now here, what you see at the bottom of the pan, that brown stuff, is what's left over from the heart. I call it yum yums. So now what I do with the oil and the yum yums is I'll take the flour left over from when I tossed my heart in, waste not, want not, and put them in and whisk it as I pour so it's not clumpy. Now you want to put enough to make the gravy thick, but you don't want to put too much or else it's going to make it taste starchy and grainy. So just mix it in. Now it's time to add some milk. Just pour a little bit. And then mix it in. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. I'm mesmerized by mixing my gravy. Man, this looks really good. Remember folks, there's no such thing as too much gravy.